Yes, guys, and welcome back to another show. How is everybody? Hope everyone's doing really well. It's Wednesday afternoon, guys. This is your Liverpool Villarreal preview, Champions League semi-final, first leg. Hope everyone's doing really, really well. First of all, let's get the housekeeping out of the way with. So, guys, don't forget to smash the like on the video, that thumb right underneath the video. Go and smash on that if you've not already. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. If you have already subscribed, don't forget to share on your socials and spread the word, guys. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, road to 1,000 subscribers. We are on that road, guys. We are on that road. We're at the moment 774 subscribers. So bless up to everybody that has subscribed recently and overnight. Appreciate it. I really do. Thank you very much. So yes, this is your Villarreal, your Liverpool Villarreal Champions League preview. Yeah, sorry it's in the afternoon. I was meant to do this yesterday, but actually completely forgot about it. So I'm doing it this afternoon. So if you're not live to watch it, I apologise. But yes, it should be a. I'm looking forward to this game. I really am, especially after last night's game. It's really got me in the mood, I tell you. Just get some of you in already. Gary's in. Andrew's in. How you, Andrew? Hope you're doing well, my friend. And Marcel's back in. What's up, Marcel? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so after last night's result, last night's game of football, that amazing 4-3 of Real Madrid and Manchester City, this has really got me going. I'm looking forward to this tonight. I don't think it'll be the same sort of game. It's going to be totally different kind of game with, we all know how Villarreal play. They play a low block, 4-4-2. You got the master strategist, Unai Emery, who's got a fantastic European record. Very good strategist in these games. And he's going to make this game difficult today. But I'm going to show you today where I think we will win and how we'll win as well. What's up, Chris, my man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so just read out some Villarreal news for you for a minute. So this has been reported in the last hour or so. So Villarreal are hit with a double injury blow as the squad arrives at the Liverpool clash. Villarreal should be without 3 of their top 5 goal scorers when they take on Liverpool tonight. Unai Emery revealing a double injury blow. The Spanish side visitors to the first leg of the Champions League semi-final are considered rank outside despite already knocking out Juventus and Bayern Munich. Yes, Emery, meanwhile, is also about a number of players with the 50-year-old providing an update on 2 of his regular starters in his pre-match press conference. Yami Pino, the 19-year-old winger, very, very good footballer. Very good footballer. Yamari Pino, I don't know if you guys have seen him, but he's a very good player. 19-year-old winger is featured in more games than any other Villarreal player this season, is out, while Gerard Moreno, second top goal scorer with 13, it will come too soon to be 100%. So he might be on the bench. It looks like the game's come too soon for him to start the game. The suggestion is that Moreno could be back, could make the substitutes bench though. His namesake and ex-Liverpool left back, Alberto Moreno, is out with an ACL injury. So, yeah, some injury concerns there. Some injury concerns for Villarreal going into this game. For Liverpool, though, on the other hand, we have a clean bit of health. It looks like Bobby's back in the squad as well. And, yeah, it looks decent from a Liverpool point of view as well because this game's going to be tough as it is, but if they're missing out Pino and Moreno, and they're 2 of their key players when they play the counter-attack, because they are a very defensive-minded side who like to play counter-attacking football. And with them players out, for that team, I think it should make the tie a little easier for us. Capoue calls Anfield hell ahead of Liverpool's Champions League clash. EA's Capoue, Thierry Capoue has described Anfield as the toughest stadium in England ahead of Villarreal's Champions League semi-final clash with Liverpool Wednesday night. Prior to his move to the Spanish side last season, Capoue has played at Anfield many times before his 8-year spell in England with Tottenham and Watford, and the midfielder doesn't have the fondest memories of the iconic ground. Anfield is hell. You have to say it how it is. Hell, the Frenchman told the AFP. I mean, yeah, I mean, Anfield, it's the scariest stadium in the world, isn't it? I mean, for me, Champions League football, I think Anfield is probably the top stadium in Europe to play Champions League football in if you're a home visitor or an away visitor. It's just the atmosphere that's created in that stadium is unlike, I think it's unlike any other stadium. Maybe, um, oh, what's the team in Serbia? It's gone out of my mind. The team in Serbia, Bosnia or Serbia, it's gone out of my mind. Them two teams create a beautiful atmosphere. Galatasaray, obviously, but you know, Liverpool and the atmosphere at Anfield that created at Anfield as well. I mean, we saw it last night with Manchester City. There was zero atmosphere, absolutely zero atmosphere. All you could hear was Real Madrid fans all night. That's all you could hear. And I can tell you right now, if Liverpool were 2-0 up after 10 minutes, if Liverpool were 2-0 up after 10 minutes tonight, that Anfield crowd will be rocking. Not like the Etihad last night where, you know, Man City were 2-0 up after 10 minutes and, you know, the crowd was quiet. The crowd was quiet. That's it. Red Star Belgrade. Thank you very much. Captain Sal in the house. Kai in the house. Thank you very much. Yeah. Red Star Belgrade's atmosphere is horrible as well. You don't want to go playing there. Horrible, horrible. Yeah, tonight, I'll tell you, we're 2-0 up after 10 minutes, which I hope. I mean, it's going to be difficult, but if we are, my God, that crowd's going to be rocking. Not like the Etihad, where they were just like, pathetic atmosphere, Man City. Pathetic atmosphere. Let's get some of your chats here, guys, before we carry on. This is an intriguing game as well versus an intriguing team. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. This part of this is going to be. I know Man City got Real Madrid, but how open Real Madrid was last night was ridiculous. And Man City, to be fair. This will be a tougher game in some ways because Villarreal got the best defence in Spain, I do believe. Just my usual self. Excellent. I'm ready for tonight's game under the lights here. There's nothing better. IJ, how you doing? I'm doing great, Kai. Andrew in the house. Apparently more to Hashumi news came out. So going around, we might offer Monaco 30 mil. Yeah, because is he out of contract or something like that? Or is a year left or something? That's why he's cheap. Interesting. He's a good player. Morning, Captain Sal, my friend. How are you? Red Star Belgrade. That's the one. Red Star Belgrade. Hi, Luca. How you doing, my man? Liverpool will face Southampton at 7. It's on the 17th of May. Sky have just confirmed. Yeah, because that was meant to be the game on the 15th of April, the 15th of May, but we're playing the FA Cup final on the 14th of May, ain't we? So it got postponed. Liverpool versus City final, says Luca. I've been saying that since August, Luca. Since August, the start of the season. That was my thing as well. Always gotta be. Two best teams in Europe. But yeah, as I say, Villarreal hit with a double injury blow. So, you know, I don't know if you guys have seen your Amari Pino play, but he's a very, very good winger. Good pace, very direct, good trickery. He's only 19 years old, but the kid's got something. And I'm surprised a lot of top European teams haven't been looking at him yet. You never hear his name come up when people talk about wingers. When Liverpool talking about wingers that could join Liverpool, this young kid Pino, he's only 19, but he's played every game basically for Villarreal this season. Him and Gerard Moreno are very key to the way Villarreal counter attack because they are a defensive-minded side, but they like to play out from the back. We all know Unai Emery's football. He's a defensive-minded coach, but he likes to play football out from the back, as we saw when he joined Arsenal a few years back, and straight away started playing out from the back. He likes playing from the goalkeeper. They like playing some dangerous passes out from the back. It's the way he likes to play, but he's also very defensive and minded coach at the same time. So Moreno and Pino not being in the team for him, it is a blow for them because of the way they play. They play out the back and they look for long balls over the top into them wide areas. And Moreno and Pino missing will be a big blow for them. Really will. So it'd be an interesting game tonight. Interesting game. Obviously, they got Danjuma. So the Spanish newspaper Marca expect Danjuma to lead the line tonight, supported by Tottenham loanee Giovanni Lo Celso, with Alfonso Pedreza, a natural left back, tipped to start in a four-man midfield over Manuel Tugurez. Yeah, this Danjuma has been linked with Liverpool in recent months. Will undoubtedly be danger man, though the winger Samuel Chukwueze and midfielder Danny Pereiro are also key threats. So let's have a look at some of the threats from Villarreal, guys. So Danny Pereiro. Does everyone remember Danny Pereiro when he was at QPR? Former QPR player, former Valencia player. Decent footballer, but he hasn't really got the legs he once was. And he's good in possession, Danny Pereiro, but if he's not got the ball in possession, you know, he's you can get past him quite easily. So this is what I'm saying about Villarreal. They will play a very low block tonight so they don't get exposed too much. Obviously, Francis Coquelin, Ian Coupe, Julian Forth, you know, plenty of players there that played in the English Premier League. Was it Forth with Spurs, Coquelin with Arsenal, Capoue with Tottenham as well. So players we know. The Celso, obviously, a Tottenham player just on a loan at Villarreal. So there's players we know in this team, and it should be interesting. It should be an interesting game. So the predicted Villarreal lineup is a fourth Albiol. Now Albiol is not the defender he used to be. He is aging a little bit. Coquelin, Capoue, Pereira, Pedreza, Lo Celso, and Danjuma. So, you know, they're going to have a left back in their midfield by the look of it over Manuel Tugurez. So, loads of changes in that Villarreal team. Lots of changes in that Villarreal team that I do expect us to beat. I really do. So, Villarreal, we all know, play a low block. They play a 4-4-2 low block. They are beating Juventus. I mean, the result against Juventus was good, but this isn't the Juventus team of old. This is Juventus by name only now. So it's quite an equal game, really. So Villarreal getting a great result there. And obviously a brilliant result against Bayern Munich in the second leg. I think they only have 3 shots on target in 2 games in their matches, but very clinical in front of goal to go through 2-1 on aggregate, I believe. And the difference for Villarreal tonight against when they play Juventus and Bayern Munich. Juventus and Bayern Munich play slow, possession-based passing football. And what that means is basically Villarreal are able to get into their defensive shape a lot easier and a lot quicker against teams like Juventus and Bayern Munich. Where with Liverpool go play the ball quick, they go play the ball over the top and look for them gaps over the top. So basically, Bayern Munich and Juventus, when they play them, they like playing slower, a more slower tempo, like their league is, a little slower tempo, passing it around. And what happens there, Villarreal just get in their shape, make it hard for being broken down. What Liverpool are going to do, Liverpool play at a fast, higher tempo and also push very high at the pitch. And Liverpool are going to be looking to knock balls into the channels very quickly. Nice speed on the ball, good turns of paces, always attacking the goal. And I think Villarreal find that very, very hard to deal with. If we move the ball slowly, if we start the game with a slow tempo, move the ball slowly, we'll let Villarreal get into their shape. And if they get into their shape in that 4-4-2 low block, they'll be extremely hard to break down like Juventus and Bayern Munich struggled with. But Liverpool are different. Liverpool are a different breed at this moment in time. We're a better club, we're a better side, we're a better team, we've got better players, and we're going to move the ball extremely fast. And that's what we need to do. And I think that's what Jurgen Klopp will be telling his men today in his training today. We've got to move the ball quick, and this Villarreal team cannot live with us at all. Let me get some of your comments before we carry on. Oh God, I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I'm going to take it as a silent T. Sahepo, is it? Liverpool fan. Big up, Jamie, just joined in. Big up to you, my friends. How are you? How are you? I hope you're really well. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name properly. I really do apologise. I'm very bad with names. I do apologise, my friend. How are you? No injuries, mate. No injuries. Liverpool injury free. Villarreal, as I said, got a few injury problems. No Pino, no Moreno. Very key to the way they counter attack. The yellow bus will be parked firmly tonight. Oh, yes, definitely. Hit the like button, people, and subscribe. Thank you very much, my friend. That's very nice of you to say. Thank you very much, my friend. Yes, so as I say, with Liverpool, they got to just move the ball quick, because if you go back to look at Juventus and Juventus's and Bayern Munich's game plan when they played Villarreal, Bayern Munich and Juventus, they moved the ball really slowly. You moved the ball really slowly, and a lot of the shots were from, distant shots just outside the box. Just, they weren't getting on their goal enough. I know Bayern Munich had a lot of shots in them two legs, but if you go back and look at them, a lot of the shots were blocked down or poor efforts or distance efforts. They moved the ball really slow and starting to get really frustrated. So they're starting taking pot shots everywhere. So on the stats, it looks like, they battered their goal. In reality, they didn't. It was just shooting from everywhere because they were getting frustrated. Because they moved the ball very slowly out from the back. Liverpool play out from the back. But at times, Virgil, we all know when Virgil gets the ball, he'll look for them diagonals that he does, them long 60-yard diagonals to each fullback. He'll be looking for them over the top, getting Trent and that on the ball. My key for where we can win this game today is more than likely the full back areas, because I think, looking at it, Villarreal will sit deep. We know they will. We know what they're going to do. They're going to sit deep. They like to play out from the back, from the goalkeeper, and come forward that way. And then maybe look for the ball over the top for Danjuma, because Liverpool do play a high line. We do give teams chances. So I think Danjuma will just be playing off the shoulders of the defenders today. I reckon he'll be playing off either Konate or Matip, who's playing on that side, in between them and Trent. That's where he's going to be playing off tonight. And they're just going to look for the ball over the top to try and counter Liverpool's press. What Liverpool have got to do is just not give the ball away in silly areas. Be patient with it. We have to be patient tonight, guys. Let's not all get frustrated if it's 0-0 after 25 minutes and stuff like that. The crowd's got to keep up. Everyone's got to be patient tonight. This is going to be a team to play a low block. Emery's very good in Europe. He's a master tactician, and patience is the key tonight. Patience is the key. We got to work Villarreal side to side, constantly through the game and tire their legs out. So as the game goes on, Liverpool find more gaps in their midfield area and in their defence especially. So my key to success is Trent and Robbo tonight. I think where Liverpool will have so much possession of the football, I think Liverpool will have at least 60% of the football tonight. So having so much possession of the football, because Villarreal go to sit back, they go to sit deep, Liverpool will have a lot of ball. And Thiago's going to be the creator in midfield. So if Thiago can get hold of the ball and create stuff, it leaves a lot of freedom, because I think Villarreal might give the freedom, the width to Liverpool and ask Liverpool to go through the middle. A bit like Everton did on the weekend. But what Liverpool didn't do against Everton, which they should have done, was use the wide areas more. And what I want is Trent and Robbo to really stretch the game, get nice and wide on each line, get white chalk on their boots, and get that balls over the top. Thiago finding the balls over the top all the time from get him in that space, because we know if Trent especially gets that ball on that right hand side, whoever's playing up top, Salah, Diaz, Jota, Bobby, whoever it is, Mane, and Trent's got the ball from about 40 yards out from goal. Trent can find them balls over the top, put a bit of whip on it, put a bit of spin on it, put back spin on it, and that's the key to success for me for this game. We're not going to pass through them. You're not going to pass through them. We might do it a couple of times, but it will be hard to pass through them. For me, it's about the ball over the top to the fullbacks, getting them with space in front of them to run into and fire them balls into the box. For me, that's where I think we're going to be more successful today. It's going to be a hard game because, as I say, Villarreal, Unai Emery is a very tactically good manager, a quality manager, has an excellent European pedigree. This is going to be a harder game than Man City versus Real Madrid last night, just because Villarreal better defensive unit. Emery must have a headache. Mohammed, how are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Savage in the house. Honestly, with no disrespect to Villarreal, we should put these guys away first leg. They are nowhere near our level, and they just sit back but won't park the bus, and their players are average at best. Yeah, I agree. How you doing, Savage? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, all we just got to make sure we do is pay them respect, because if you look at Bayern Munich paid them absolutely no respect. Did you hear what's his name? Tahimich for Bayern Munich, who works, in the directors and all that sort of stuff. He was laughing, wasn't he, when they drew Villarreal in the quarterfinals? He was laughing, and apparently Villarreal got proper upset with that and said Bayern Munich showed them no respect whatsoever. So we have to show them respect. They've got to the semi-finals of the Champions League for a reason. They beat Juventus and Bayern Munich on their way. So we have to pay them respect and treat it professionally. But as you say, Savage, if we treat this professionally, we get the game done for me. I want to get this game done if we can in the first leg. Now, you saw what happened with Real Madrid and Manchester City yesterday. Real Madrid and Man City yesterday, Man City should have been 4-0 up by 30 minutes gone. They took their chances, especially when they were 2-0 up and Mahrez is through on goal and Foden's got a tap in and he doesn't pass it to him. That's 3-0 after 20 minutes. It's game over, tie over. But Man City, that got defensive mistakes, got slack. Their defence was not up to it last night. And Real Madrid scored 3 goals. Now, that has consequences on the weekend because Pep Guardiola's already mentioned about it. City have got Leeds on the weekend. This ain't an easy game. We got Newcastle on the weekend. Not an easy game. Now, City have got a hard game back in the Bernabeu. They gave Real Madrid a chance now. They shouldn't have. The game should have been done over 2 legs. It should have been over in that first leg. But they've gave Real Madrid a massive, massive chance now. And what Liverpool got, because now what they got to do is go strong against Leeds, because they can't afford to rest players against Leeds, and then they can't afford to rest players against Real Madrid. So they're either going to have to change it up a bit against Leeds and maybe drop some players and rest players that are fresh for that massive game against Real Madrid, or they're going to go back to back, which will tire them out. Well, Liverpool might have the advantage. If we can get this Villarreal game done, say 3-0. If we win 3-0 at home, for me, it's tie over, because I don't see Villarreal scoring 4 goals against us without us scoring in the second leg. So if we win 3-0 today, even at 2-0, I think it's slightly over, because we're just going to score goals away from home for me. So we've got to be professional. Give them respect. Not too much respect, just respect them. They've got to the semi-finals for a reason. But if we play to a good game plan, move the ball fast. Bayern Munich and Juventus moved the ball so slowly against Villarreal that it was easy for Villarreal to set up defensively. Move the ball quick. And when Villarreal play out from the back, because they will play out from the back, we have to be brave and press them. Emery's going to want us to press them when they play at the back, because he's going to ask them to put the ball over the top for Danjuma. He's probably going to be playing in the gaps between Trent or Konate and Matip, who's ever playing, and expose them in that area. He ain't going to play on Van Dijk, is he? So he's going to play on the other two. And so Liverpool just have to be brave, because Emery wants Liverpool to press, but Liverpool have to be brave and go for that press when they play out from the back as well and cause mistakes. Like Savage says, at the end of the day, look at their players. They got 4th in defence from Spurs, who didn't want. Spurs didn't want him. They rather have Eric Dyer. Tells you everything. They got Capoue. They got players like this, Lo Celso. Average footballers. So If we do our job right and correct, we should get this win, no problem. Let me get to some of your chats, guys. Captain Sal, I'm expecting a 2-1 night tonight. Diaz needs to start to open him up. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. They need to start tonight, no doubt. Diaz, oh, what a player! Thanks, Jamie. Man City's crowd was a disgrace yesterday. They were playing against Real Madrid on the top. I know. I've already done. So I've already said that, Mohammed. So Man City were 2-0 up after 10 minutes against Real Madrid at home last night in the semi-final of Champions League, and this is their fans. Dead, absolutely dead fans. If Liverpool were 2-0 up against Villarreal tonight at Anfield, that crowd is going to be rocking. You see the difference. Respect, Ravi in the house. We have to do our job. Nothing fancy like them. Yes, Gigi Azalea. Oh God, I love Iggy Azalea. I watched the Bayern game back. This team should have lost, but Bayern were missing sitters all game, and Emery is the best. Thing about them. But this ain't the Europa League. Play our game. They get smoked. Yeah, exactly. If we are on it, we should be breaking them down. Exactly. We can't let Villarreal get into our heads. No, exactly. Liverpool should use pace. Yeah, pace. That's why when we come to picking the Liverpool 11 for tonight's game, guys, it's going to be all pace. It's going to be all pace. Is the Newcastle game going to be? No, that's a Saturday afternoon, my friend. It's the Southampton game that was rescheduled. No, Mohammed, mate. Jeannie in the house. Morning all. Up the effing Reg. You never walk alone. Morning, Jeannie, or afternoon now, Jeannie. City will rotate. I think City have to rotate against Leeds and Madrid. They can't keep going like that. Morning, Jeannie. No, in the house. How Jamie, my guy. I hope you're keeping well. I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. You are cold. Oh man, City fans, they crap me up though, don't they? Watching that game last night, obviously I did the watch along for that game last night. If you've not gone back, if you didn't watch my watch along last night for the City Real Madrid game, go back and have a look at it, guys. We had a proper laugh on that game. It was a really good show, and we all had a good time on that, guys. It was a real good time. But City fans are a joke. I mean, how can you be 2-0 up against Real Madrid at home in the semi-final of Champions League and just be like, I mean, it's balmy. I don't get it. And then they're booing. They're still booing the Champions League anthem. Give it a break. Why are you booing the Champions League anthem? Firstly, it's the best anthem in football, apart from You Never Walk Alone, obviously. It's an amazing anthem. Why are you booing it? Secondly, don't you want to actually win the Champions League? So why are you booing the damn music? Oh, we hate UEFA because what UEFA did to us, we don't like UEFA. We hate them because they always pick on us. They always pick on little Man City. Or maybe that's because you're cheating bastards that got away with it and UEFA are just doing their job. Maybe that's what it was. You know what I mean? Jeez, Man City fans, get over yourself. Get over yourself. Look, I don't like what FIFA stands for. Don't get me wrong. I hate FIFA. You know, you look at FIFA as a corporation, they're scum. You know what I mean? But I don't boo the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? Why would I boo the World Cup? It's the greatest sporting event in the world. I don't get Man City fans. I just don't get them. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They are spoiled bloody brats. Really spoiled brats. Can't stand them. I mean, I heard on the radio last night as well, because they were talking about Man City's atmosphere. This is just a little rant, by the way, and then I'll get back to the Liverpool game. On the game after the game last night on the radio, they're talking about the City game and the atmosphere at the Etihad and how bad it was at times. You know, especially when Real Madrid, Man City were winning and there was no atmosphere. You can only hear Real Madrid fans. And like then they started saying, oh, Man City fans have been spoiled all these years and they're just used to winning and all that. What a load of bullshit. What a load of bollocks. Because have they ever been to Anfield on European night? Liverpool have won 6 European trophies. You don't see people at Anfield just going, because we're 2-0 up in a European game because we've won 6 European trophies before, so we've won it all, we're spoiled. No, we want 7 trophies. We want 8 trophies, 9 trophies, 10 trophies, 11 trophies. We're European royalty. We love it. None of this, oh, we've been spoiled over the years. Liverpool have won more trophies in their existence than Man City ever will do. And they're going about, oh, they've been spoiled in recent years. No, they're just a shit fan base. A shit fan base and plastic. See all their little plastic flags. Ooh, pathetic. Pathetic fans. That's my rant finished. Right. The last City game I watched, their captains scored from 30 yards. Yes. Unless they are playing us, obviously. Oh, yeah. If they're playing us, they're all up, ain't they? Oh, yeah. That's probably because they know we're their only real rivals. Let's face it. At the end of the day, Liverpool probably the only team that can hurt City, and City fans know that, and that's why they get like, woo, let's get in their faces now. Woo, yeah. Let's talk about the 2 legends we got in our club. Nicky Summerby. Woo. God, Jesus Christ. Shambles of a football club. Yeah, it's because they haven't won it. Yeah, and that's another thing. They apparently don't care about the Champions League. You do care. Let's stop pretending you don't care. Let's stop pretending that we don't care about the Champions League. Yeah, we don't like UEFA. Okay, why have you spent billions and billions of pounds on your squad if you don't care about the Champions League? Why have you got Pep Guardiola as your manager if you don't care about the Champions League? Because you might as well just get Mark Hughes as manager if all you wanted to win was Premier Leagues with your squad. Do you know what I mean? You do care about the Champions League. It's because you've never won it. It's because you've never won it. Once you win the Champions League, you will want to win it every single season because it's the greatest club trophy in the world. And you're not a massive team, in my opinion, until you win the European Cup. In my opinion, you look at the biggest clubs in the world: Liverpool, Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Ajax, Bayern Munich, and AC Milan. For me, they're the 7 greatest European sides ever. And the reason for that is European heritage. European heritage. That is the reason why. They're probably them 7 are probably the most supported clubs in the world with fan bases because of European heritage. Man City want European heritage. They got to start wanting to win the Champions League. It's as simple as that, or they will never get it. But anyway, Man City fans, we're just happy. We're just happy. We're just happy now that we're not in League One. And shut up. Do my head in, you lies. You're hypocrites. You're all hypocrites. No history FC, exactly. Half of the world's plastic problem is Man City flags. That's the comment of the day so far from Jeannie. Congrats. Half the world, bro. I like that. That tickled me. Jeannie. That tickled me. Right. So Villarreal's results this season in the Champions League. So they had a Champions League group of Man United, Atalanta, and Young Boys. So quite an easy group, really. Their first game they drew 2-2. In their second game in their group, they lost 2-1 to Man United. Then in their third game in their group, they beat Young Boys 4-1. Then they beat them 2-0 again. Then they lost 2-0 United. And then they beat Atalanta 3-2. So they come through that group quite easily. Then they went on to the last 16 where they played Juventus. And they drew 1-1 at home to Juventus in the first game. The second leg, they actually beat Juventus in Juventus' own stadium in Turin 3-0. 3-0. Now, if you looked at that and thought, wow, they beat Juventus 3-0, you got to remember, Juventus are shite. This ain't the same Juventus team, the same Juventus side that we've seen growing up. You know what I mean? For the last 20 or 30 years, Juventus are just Juventus by name only now. They just beat a name. The team shocking. You know, it's not the same. It's not the same team anymore. They just beat a name, but still a very good result. Still a very good result, no doubt about it. And then Bayern Munich, where they win 1-0 in the first leg at home, and then 1-1 in the second leg, going through 2-1 in aggregate. I do believe in that game, didn't they score like in injury time or just before the end of the game or something like that, weren't it? Let me have a look. Yeah, Chukwueze scored in the 88th minute to basically put them through, because from then, you know, you had 2 minutes left and Bayern needed 2 goals. So, yeah, Villarreal through in that game. So, it's what I'm saying. You just got to make sure we take Villarreal seriously. Don't mess about. Just take them seriously. Get the job done, and everything will be fine. Now, Liverpool's thing. Look, obviously, we beat Benfica in the quarterfinal, 3-1 in their place. Basically, got the job done in the first leg. Then in the second leg, yeah, we drew 3-3. We was a bit bad at the back, but you got to remember we changed 7 players. We had a midfield of Fabinho, Henderson, and Milner. I mean, let's let's chill. It weren't exactly our best team we put out, was it? Because we had City in the cup final on the weekend, so it was what it was, and it didn't really matter because the job was already done in the first leg, and that's what we got to do tonight as well. Get the job done in the first leg. Right, we're going to get to choosing the squad now, guys. The team. So we're going. I want you guys to put your first 11 in the chat, guys. Everyone put their first 11 in the chat, and I will shout them out. So get yours in the chat, guys, and I will shout them out. The atmosphere at Anvil is going to be lit. Can't wait. Exactly. Good afternoon, John Conway. I used to say the same about Chelsea, Jamie. Oh, we can still say the same about Chelsea. Bloody hell. Juve and Bayern ain't all that, but we have to put them to the sword tonight. Exactly. Jamie, what do you think? Where do you think we'll hit them the most? I think it's an important day for Trent and Robbo tonight, because they are going to play. Look, we all know what Villarreal are going to do. They're going to play deep. 4-4-2. They've got no Gerard Moreno tonight or no Pino. They're their 2 best players to play the counter attack when they're playing the ball out from the back. But they have got Danjuma. I think Danjuma will play off either Kanate or Matip, and in between them and Trent. He won't go near Virgil. And they're trying to play long balls over the top. You know, play out from the back and then put the ball over the top to him and get him on running onto things. That's their game plan tonight. Try and keep it nice and tight at the back. For Liverpool, they got to get Thiago on the ball as much as possible for me. Liverpool got to try and get Thiago on the ball as much as possible, and we have got to be brave tonight. I want to see Trent and Robbo really push up, and be brave. Yes, we might leave massive gaps at the back for them to expose, but I think if we're brave and do that correctly and not give the ball away cheaply, get Thiago on the ball, let him control, get the ball out to Robbo and Trent, and let them do their thing, get balls into the box from them angles. I think that's where we hurt them tonight. I really do. I think he is. He might not start. I think, but he'd be on the bench. Juventus are a pony now. Oh, yeah, totally. Genie's going Allison, Trent, Matip, Virgil, Robbo, Fab, Hendo, Cater, Salah, Mane, Bobby, if fit. Otherwise, Jota. No, Thiago, Genie. No Thiago. No sauce. No sauce on that dry dinner. I'll tell you what. I think there's a big shout for Cater to play over Hendo for me, but I've got a feeling Hendo's going to play. Hendo did the press conference yesterday, didn't he? Usually when you do the press conference, you're playing, ain't you? I know he's captain as well, but you don't always do it. Latibigum. Is that Latibgum? Is that how you pronounce it? Lat Ipkum FC from Malaysia, bro. Nice to meet you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Sorry if I butchered your name. I really do apologise. I really do apologise. I'll try and not get it wrong. I'll try L-A-T, Lat Ipkum. Is that it? Lat Ipkum. I really apologise if I got that wrong. But welcome. And from Malaysia. Look at this. I love it. Don't you guys love it that we can get all around the world? Look at this. Love the internet. Seeing people from Malaysia. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Ali, Verge, Matip, Robbo, Trent, Thiago, Flacco, Hendo, Diaz, Marley, Salah. That might be what my team might be. Right, let's share the screen, guys. Let's pick the team. Let's pick this team. Hope you can see this, guys. We're going to pick the team. Get Gary's up first. Ali, Trent, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Thiago, Flacco, Keita, Mane, Salah, Diaz for Gary as well. Right, guys, I'm going to pick my team. So, obviously, we have Alisson Becker in goal. The best goalkeeper in the world right now. There is not a... Go away, adverts. Stop seeing this ad. Not interested, biz off. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. No one can tell me any different. He is the best goalkeeper in the world right now in form by a mile. And obviously at right back, the best right back in the world in form, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Right, I'm going for something a bit different. I'm going Kanate in the back four. Danjuma is very quick, very agile, and I think he's not going to play on Van Dijk, is he? And one thing Matip has got a problem with is pacing behind him. He does struggle. So I'm going with Kanate today. I think you need Kanate because I want Trent, I want Trent up here. I want Trent getting right involved up his side of the pitch today. And if Trent's up here, I want pace. So I want Kanate to be able to cover these areas. And he'll be able to do that with his pace. So I'm going with Kanate. Obviously, the Verge, the greatest in the world. And then the best left back in the world, Andy Robertson. That's my back four and goalkeeper, guys. Let me know what you think. So I'm going with Kanate for pace, guys, because of Danjuma. Danjuma's quick, he's agile, he's athletic. And I think Danjuma, if this was Danjuma here, I think Danjuma's going to play into these spaces. I don't see him going here or here because these two are better defensively. I see him playing around here, around Trent in these gaps, or getting in between Kanate and Trent here. So I love Matip, but pace isn't his best attribute, and Kanate's is. We've seen how quick Kanate is against the field, and Kanate can cover these areas for me. So that's why I'm going Kanate. Let me know what you think in the chat, guys. Let's talk Liverpool in the house. I would have gone with Kanate. Let's talk Liverpool. Get up. Big up 15 watching. Luca in the house. Please hit the like button, people. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. Really important. More people that know that, more people liking this. YouTube, throw my video out, and more people, more eyes on the product. It makes me happy. Also, I'll create better content for you guys at the same time because you guys are the best. Right, in the middle, the number 6, the best around at this moment in time, Flacco, Fabinho. Yes, sometimes he can be done for pace and get turned and can't get back into these areas. But when he reads the game properly and defends properly, there's hardly anyone better than this guy. A midfield alongside him. This man, Thiago. What do we say about Thiago? For me, apart from De Bruyne, Thiago is the best around at this moment in time. Apart from De Bruyne, I believe Thiago is the best midfielder in form at this moment in time around. he's so good at controlling games. We've seen the real Thiago now, the Bayern Munich Thiago that we bought in the first place. He's match fit, he's proper fit, he's ready, he's hungry. This is the proper Thiago we're seeing now, and he's controlling games of football. I think Thiago went under the radar against Everton. Thiago was immense against Everton, absolutely immense. And he was against City and United as well. He's just a tremendous, tremendous footballer. And he's key tonight, guys. He's massively key for us tonight because Fab will sit back and Thiago will come here and he control the game. Thiago will come back as well. If Fab goes forward a bit, Thiago can then sit here and start controlling the game. And then I want Trent and Robbo out here. So we've almost got this sort of thing going on. And then Thiago can control the game, get the ball out to Trent and Robbo in these areas. That's basically what I'm looking for tonight. That's basically what I'm looking for tonight. And look, this one might be... I don't think Henderson should play. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to put Henderson in. I don't think he should play. I think Naby Keita should play, personally. But I'm going with what Jurgen Klopp might do. When I saw the lineup, when I saw Jordan Henderson doing the press conference, it basically means he's going to be playing, don't it? I mean, I know he's the captain, but the captains don't always do the press conferences, do they? Not all the time. And yeah, the way he spoke yesterday, he's definitely playing. I'll be shocked if he weren't, to be fair. Kanate does give us that rugged physical style. Yeah, I love Kanate. What a player he is. What a player. Graham in the house. Big up, Jamie. It won't be easy, but I'm saying 2-0 Liverpool. Good man. Good man. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thiago's literally a cheat mode at the moment. He is, isn't he? Thiago's link-up play is top-notch, and we have a world-class player. Exactly. Jamie, do you think if we win one of the big trophies and an FA Cup, you would take that? Yeah, I mean, look, if we win all the cups apart from the league, yeah, and we only lose... If we only lose the league to Man City by 1 point, it'll be gutting. But if we win the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Champions League, how can you not be happy with that? How can you not be happy with that? You win both domestic trophies and you win the biggest trophy in world club football. You've got to be over the moon, ain't you? You've got to be over the moon. But I've already said it, next season, I think Liverpool go smash the league. I think next season. When I do my season review, my season predictions in the summer, I'm telling you right now, early spoiler, Liverpool are going to smash, and I mean this, smash the league next season. Chris is going, my lineup would be Alisson, Trent, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fabinho, Thiago, Keita, Salah, Mane, Diaz, but Henderson is playing because he did the press conference. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think Keita's unlucky if he doesn't play. I must say, I think Keita might be unlucky he hasn't played. Keita's in better form than Henderson at the moment, and he's playing better than Henderson at the moment. Now, I think Henderson, because he is the leader and the captain, and Klopp does trust him. I still don't entirely think Klopp completely 100% trusts Naby Keita in the big games yet. But he will 100%, 1,000% trust Jordan Henderson. So that's why Henderson, I think, will play these sort of games. Right, the front three. I think they pick themselves at the moment. They really do. I think it's the best front three in world football. Luis Diaz. What do we say about Luis Diaz, guys? What is there to say about Luis Diaz? Oh, the man looks like he's been playing for Liverpool for 2 years. He looks like he's been playing for Liverpool for 2 years. He's an absolutely amazing left winger. Just the skill, the technique, the pace. I mean, his pace on the ball. A lot of footballers are quick, yeah? There's a lot of quick footballers out there. But not a lot of footballers are just as quick with the ball as they are without the ball. Diaz is quick with the ball as well without the ball. The man's lightning quick. His first touch is world class. He's got a world class first touch. And he's getting in the groove now. And he's starting to get more assists and more goals, as we saw in the weekend. You know, that beautiful volley assist. And he got an assist in the last Champions League game as well. He's getting better and better the more he plays. Next season, Diaz is going to be disgusting. He's going to be disgusting next season, Diaz. He's going to be outrageously good. Outrageously good. And, oh, I can't wait for him. I can't wait to see him next season when he has a pre-season under Jurgen Klopp. It's going to be madness. Number 9, Sadio Mane. And I'll just put the man in as well, the king, Mo Salah. That front three for me right now is the best front three in Europe. I don't know what you guys think, but for me, that is the best front three in Europe right now. Now, Diogo Jota has got 20, I think 21 or 22 goals in all competitions this season. So this might seem a bit unfair on him that he's not getting in his starting 11. For me, anyway. He might play tonight, but for me, he's not. The reason I'm not putting Jota in, because he's not as good as Luis Diaz off the left-hand side. For me, Luis Diaz has to play. I think Luis Diaz now is number 1, Numo, number 1 left-sided winger for Liverpool. I think if Mane plays now, Mane has to play through the number 9 position. I really do. Unless Diaz is having a rest or being dropped for a game or something like that, then Mane can play out on the left and then Jota through the middle. But at this moment in time, with them all fit and playing, Mane plays through the middle and Diaz plays through the left. Jota sits on the bench. I think for Jota for the rest of this season, he's an impact player off the bench for me. I mean, he might start today. He might put Diaz off on the bench and play Jota. I mean, it won't bother me because Jota's a quality player. But at this moment, that's how good our strike force is, guys. That we've got a player in Diogo Jota who's got 22 goals in all competitions this season. At this moment in time, can't get in the first 3 for me. That's how good our front 3 is. And then you've got Bobby in reserve, Jota in reserve, Lord and Saviour Divock Origi in reserve. You know, it's madness. It's absolutely madness, the team we got. But that's the team I'm going with, guys. So Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Then a midfield 3 of Thiago, Fabinho and Henderson. And then the best front 3 in the world, Luis Diaz, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah, guys. Let me know what you think of that in the chat, guys. Oh, let's get to some of your chats here, guys. Graham, as an Arsenal fan, I'd be ecstatic if it was just a League Cup. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Graham. Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. No. I agree. Cater has been unlucky not to start. People are having heart attacks at me praising Cater recently. Cater's been decent. Savage says, the World Cup break in the winter is going to have a huge effect on momentum on whoever is leading the league. Hendo plays and Hendo plays and Naby starts versus Newcastle makes sense. I think, yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree with that. John Moore in the house. Big up to you, my friend. That skill against Everton. Oh my God. And Everton are going down. Yes, certainly are. Diaz is the first name on the team sheet for me, says Captain Sal. Let's talk Liverpool has gone Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Thiago, Cater, Fab, Diaz, Mane, Salah. Cater had trouble in the Everton game, but can't fault how good he is playing and keeping fit. Yeah, exactly. Big up to you. We need Thiago and Diaz fresh on the weekend, in my opinion. Fair enough, Jeannie. Fair enough. Best team in Europe. That we are. Tarmizi in the house. How are you, Tarmizi? Big up to yourself. Big up, Jamie. My 11, Ali in goal. Trent, Konate, Verge, Robbo, Fab, Thiago, Hendo, Mo, Sadio, and Jota. Yeah, I've got a feeling Jota might sneak in. No, I've gone with Diaz, Salah, and Mane, but I've got a feeling Jota might sneak in there today and Diaz might be rested for Newcastle. I mean, we can't afford to do it. Our forward line is so good. Alisson, Ballon d'Or. Totally. He's the best goalkeeper in Europe right now, so he should win the European goalkeeper version of it that they do in UEFA awards because he's simply the best goalkeeper in Europe right now. Look, Mendy's a good goalkeeper at Chelsea, but he's making shitload of mistakes lately. Courtois yesterday for Real Madrid put on a dog shit performance. Utter dog shit performance. I think he should have done better with the De Bruyne header. And then he didn't even bother moving for the Bernardo Silva strike. Yeah, it was a good hit by Bernardo Silva, but he's literally a yard away from his post and it goes in. That's bad goalkeeping for me. He doesn't even attempt. I'll tell you why I pick Endo over Keita. If Keita plays, those Villarreal midfielders especially will be dirty trying to get Keita sent off. Good point, Tom, is he? Good point. I picked the exact team you did, but I'd start Tsimikas aside from that. Play the best team. We're at home. Get the tie done tonight. We got so many important games to come. We have to be very smart. Yeah, exactly. Talking about Tsimikas for a second. Has anyone seen that Juventus want Tsimikas? Has anyone seen that today? That's apparently the transfer gossip coming out today, that Juventus want Tsimikas as their left back because they've all recognised that he's fucking quality, and they all want Tsimikas as left back. There is no way in hell Liverpool are allowing Tsimikas to go anywhere. Look how good he's been. When Robbo comes out the team and Tsimikas comes in, there's no quality difference for me. For me, the quality don't drop. The difference between Robbo and Tsimikas is that Robbo could probably go all night. If you told Robbo he's got to play a 4-hour game of football, Robbo will play a 4-hour game of football without losing any stamina. That's the difference for me between Robbo and Tsimikas. The quality level is very similar. Awesome left back. Unless we get ridiculous money for him, he ain't going nowhere. Chelsea wish they haven't. Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea's squad. Chelsea's squad's paper thin now, isn't it? They wish they had our attack, didn't they? They wish they had our attack, but they have to do with Timo Werner. Lukaku. Havertz, I won't laugh at that because Havertz is a quality player. But the other two, dog shit. Jota is a scruffy player in a good way, which is credit to the way he plays. Always got an eye for goal. Yeah, Jota's not the most pleasing player to watch on the eye, but my God, he can get 2 goals out of nothing, can't he? Literally nothing. That's what I do like about Jota, and that's why I think it's a bit hard done by at times that he's got to be on the bench at the moment. But what a player to come off the bench. You know, if Jota comes off the bench with half-hour goal, say we need a goal, I would bring Jota on. If we need a goal, I would bring Jota on because Jota's a goal scorer. He's a predator. You know, look at the goals he gets. He gets goals that Diaz, Salah and Mane don't get. You know, he's that player in the box on the penalty spot. The only other one we got like that is Big Divock. You know, Lord and Saviour Divock Origi. That is the only other player we got like that. And talking about Divock Origi, he's 6th choice, yeah? So you got Salah, Mane, Diaz, Bobby, Jota, and then Origi. Origi is 6th choice for Liverpool, yeah? What team in Europe has a player as good as Divock Origi and he's 6th choice in your team? Do you know what I mean? No one has our attack in Europe. Nobody. I look at Real Madrid's attack last night. It's Vinicius Jr. and Benzema, and that's it. Valverde and Rodrigo are absolute dog turd. Absolute dog turd. Valverde and Rodrigo. What a bunch of crap they are. Awful players. Awful. I look, Man City's attack last night. Mahrez, yeah, he's quality. Don't get me wrong. He's fantastic. Foden's a midfielder, not really an attacker. Jack Grealish is a midfielder, not really an attacker. Who else they got? Gabriel Jesus is a quality player. Oh, that's another thing. Let me just get this out of the way with. So Manchester City will tell us, and the media will tell us, that Manchester City don't have a recognised striker in their team. What the hell is Gabriel Jesus then? Is he a midfielder? Gabriel Jesus is a striker. He's a number 9. He has number 9 on the back of his effing shirt. I'm sick of Man City and the media making up this bollocks that Man City don't have a striker. They do. His name's Gabriel Jesus. He's a bloody striker. Where does he play for Brazil? Through the middle as a striker. He's a number 9. I'm sick of the media and Man City making up this bollocks that, oh, we don't have a striker in our team. We don't have a striker in that team. Look how well we do. You do. Gabriel Jesus is a striker. Stop your bullshit. Stop your bullshit. Another rant out of the way with. There's 15 of you in the chat right now. Go and smash that like button, guys. Go and smash the granny out of that like button. Howdy, Christopher. How are you, my friend? What do you think of Edison? Think he's overrated? I, I've been saying it for time, my friend, for time on my channel. Edison is one of the most overrated goalkeepers I've ever seen in my life. He's so poor. With his feet, he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. He could be a midfielder, but he's like a midfielder playing in goal. His positioning in goal is awful. Awful. He's always on his heels. He's never on his toes. Compare him to Allison. They're not even comparable. But if you watch him and Allison together at the same time, Allison's positioning in goal is almost inch perfect all the time. That's why Allison never has to make a weldy save, because he doesn't have to dive to the other post to make a weldy save, because his positioning is so good. He just has to make a little dive, because his positioning is world class in his goal. Edison's is not. And Edison's one-on-one. Oh my God, I could chip Edison on a one-on-one. He's absolutely. He's a good goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong. He's not like a crack keeper or anything like that. He's a very good goalkeeper. I don't think he's a world-class goalkeeper. It's because he's so good with his feet. Everyone thinks, oh my God, he's up here. He's the best keeper around. He's not. He's nowhere near Allison. Allison is a far, far better goalkeeper. The Greek god is going nowhere, Jamie. Yeah, exactly. Unpopular opinion, but aside from Edison's distribution long range, he's just good. No hate, but he is overrated. Yeah, exactly. He's a decent keeper. He's not like shit. He's a good goalkeeper, but his distribution makes everyone think he's a world class goalkeeper when he's not. I mean, I think Gary Neville talks about it a lot, don't he? When he talks about the goalkeeping situation, he always says about Allison has the best position of goalkeeper he said he's seen since like Peter Schmeichel. But when you see Edison, he always says Edison's, and he's just a pundit, like. But even Gary Neville says, I remember him saying it a while ago in the Man City game. He says you always have to question Edison's positioning sometimes. He always gives up a bit too much of his goal, and then one-on-ones, yes, he's fast coming out, but he never really does anything. Decent keeper, good goalkeeper, world-class distribution, but he's not a world-class goalkeeper. Where, for me, and it's not biased, but Alisson Becker is a world-class goalkeeper. You just have to see his positioning. Goalkeeping's about positioning, and his positioning is the best in the round. We've seen a few times Kate was lucky not to get a red, especially at 50-50 duel. At times he's on the wrong side, but he got away. Still, our rating, controlling tempo, his one-touch passing. Yeah, that guy. What was the game when he stamped on? Was it the Man City game in the FA Cup? Yeah, I do agree. Robbo's performances will drop if Simi goes. That kid got Robbo fighting for his place. Yeah, bang on. Good point. Genie in the house. Werner needed about 10 deflections to score. Don't get me started on that. Lukaku. Oh, yeah. He did. It was like a pinball game, wasn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ. Divock is underrated. Divock's a legend. I don't care what anyone else says about Divock Origi. As Liverpool fans, we just love Lord and Saviour Divock Origi, don't we? I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks about Divock Origi. I absolutely love the man. That gorgeous Belgium striker. And whatever he goes on to do after Liverpool, I hope he succeeds to the highest he can and show the world what he can actually do, because he's a great little player. I've got a feeling Haaland will flop. You're not the only one, mate. I've been saying it for a while. I've been saying these things about Haaland for a while. I think Haaland's an exceptional talent, don't get me wrong. But the man gets injuries. The man gets a lot of injuries, and he's playing in Germany getting injuries. What's he going to get in the Premier League? He's a tremendous footballer. Don't get me wrong. He's a tremendous footballer. But the hype over him, I think, is a bit much. And the money they're going to fork out on him. Yeah, the transfer fee ain't that much. 65 or 75 million euros. The transfer fee ain't that much. But it's the money that's after that. Firstly, his wages is going to be almost $500,000 a year. Then his agent's fees are like 40 million to his agent. Then 40 million to his dad. I mean, it's corrupt, if you ask me. It's utterly corrupt. And no one should go near that deal. And the only team who can is probably Man City. I have to go, mate. Get prepared for my night 12 Premier League darts position at 2 p.m. Great stream as always. Thanks, Chris. Enjoy your one, mate. And if you like your darts, you know what to do at 2 o'clock. Get over to Chris Welch's channel, give him a sub. Imagine a meltdown if we do the quad. Oh, if we do the quad, you think we're unbearable now. Everyone thinks Liverpool fans are unbearable now. Wait till we win the quad. Then you know what unbearable is. I won't spill my drink on my hair. How does that work? If we win everything, it could be. If we win everything, it could be true trophies from Chelsea and two from City. We could have completed football. Someone will have to check on Pep Howley. Imagine the rage. Oh, could you imagine, Savage? Could you imagine, my friend? Oh, completed football. Two against Chelsea and 2 against City. Oh my word, that would be immense. Yeah, Pep would be in his New York apartment, wouldn't he, getting therapy every single day. Oh dear. Haaland can't handle the Prem right now, but he's young and can improve. I hope he doesn't, mind you. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think I just see when I watch Haaland in Germany for Dortmund, especially when I watch him for Dortmund, I'm like, good player, exceptional player. Can be marked out of a game. You can keep him quiet, but then out of nowhere he can bang a goal. But also I look at him and think he gets a lot of injuries. He gets a lot of muscle. The problem with Haaland, he gets a lot of muscle injuries. And I've always said it. Haaland is what, 6'4", 6'5". He's a big lad, and he's quick as well. And because of that, you can get a lot of muscle injuries. And if that's happening in Germany, what's going to happen in bloody England? You know, in the Premier League. I mean, that's the worry. But the money's so corrupt. I mean, $500,000 a week in wages, 40 million to his dad, 40 million to his agent. Nah, you're mad. Everyone's mad if they go for him. The boys, Jice in the house, Chelsea are bollocks. If we win the quad, not even wearing clothes anymore, bro. Yeah, just bear it out. Yeah, just bare chest, just laying it out. Yeah, what you gotta do? We got the quad. You can't say shit. Oh man, that's brilliant. So guys, get your scores in the chat before we go. Get your scores in the chat before you go, guys. Before we finish, we're about to finish up here. So everyone get their scores for tonight's game in the chat, and I'll read them out. Tom Izzy, Jamie, it's not that I want Haaland, but I think he's a star for us. He'll star for us. I'm not surprised a flop for City. Reason is Klopp can ease pressure. Any players regarding the price? Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, look how hard Grealish is finding it at the moment. No one is talking about 100 million man. Lukaku is getting a lot of stick. Oh, I mean, Lukaku for 100 million. I mean, that players' fault how much the club spend on them, but bloody hell. I mean, Man United fans did try and warn Chelsea not to buy Lukaku, but no one listened. I mean, they went through it, didn't they? He's just shit. He's never been world class. I keep saying it all the time. You cannot be world class if you've not got a first touch. And Lukaku, for all the years he's been a footballer, has never, ever improved his first touch. His first touch has always been abysmal. And as I keep saying, Lukaku's first touch is still in Milan. You know what I mean? It's just, you can't be world class. It's impossible. Look at VVD and Ali compared to Grealish. Yeah, exactly, Tom Izzy. You wouldn't know Van Dijk cost 75 million the way he played. Didn't bother him, did it? And Alisson, 65 million. So right. Chris Reynolds going 3-0. I'm so interested to see Man City without Pep. I wonder what a drop-off would be considering how footy has changed. And imagine Arsenal's Amazon doc if they miss out on the top 4. Oh, man. They'd have to put that on pay-per-view because that would make money. We will win 4-0. I'll tell you what, guys. Talking about Man City quickly, 1 second. Did anyone see how shit Man City's bench was last night? Did anyone see how poor Man City's bench was last night? I think they had 4 academy players on their bench. And this is what I keep saying, and I keep saying it time after time after time. Liverpool Football Club at this moment in time have the best squad in England, and we have the most depth as well. I mean, City have four academy players on their bench last night, and obviously couldn't use any of them. Yes, they had your Gundigans in Jack Grealishes and stuff like that, and Fernandinho. But after that, they had nothing, absolutely nothing on their bench. That's what I keep saying. Liverpool have the best squad and the best depth in England right now. You watch our bench tonight, it'd be twice as good as Man City's bench yesterday. And no one talks about it. No one talks about it. They're all just like, oh, yeah, that's a weak bench. And then nothing spoke about it. Nothing spoke about it. When Liverpool have a weak bench, it's like, oh, Liverpool go struggle with that bench. You know, this 11, they're a quality 11, but they have no depth underneath them. Manchester City spent £500 million on fullbacks. They spent £500 million on defenders and fullbacks under Pep Guardiola, and they have no depth. They missed Cancelo. They had to play Zinchenko, who's a midfielder, at left back. They had no right back yesterday, so they had to play John Stones there. And when he went off, they had to play Fernandinho at right back. They've spent so much money but have no depth. This is what I keep saying about Man City. Man City, for me, over the last few years, have got very lucky with injuries. Everyone says, oh, Liverpool have been lucky with injuries this year, and the year we won the league, Liverpool were lucky with injuries. How many injuries do Man City actually get? When you look at it seriously, Man City get hardly any injuries in their squad. That means they've got good doctors and physios and stuff like that, I understand. But because they never get any injuries, their depth is never called into question, because they can play the same 14, 15 players all the time and just rotate them few players in between every time. So it makes it look like they got this massive squad. Because they don't get a lot of injuries, their depth has never come into question. Last season, Liverpool got everyone injured. You know, I think at one time we only had 10 fit players, literally 10 fit players before a game, and they had to bring in youth players, right? Man City have never had that problem. Man City had a few injuries to their squad, their depth would come into question more, but no one talks about it. 3-0, 2-0, Josh going 5-0, Gini 5-1. City's defence at times. Tell me about it. I can only predict a win for Liverpool tonight, but don't underestimate Villarreal. Good, well said, my man. Never underestimate your opponents, no matter who you're playing. I'm talking about Grealish, Jamie. Yeah, Grealish is shocking. 100 million for Grealish. I mean, what world was Grealish a £100 million footballer? Pep doesn't have the edge what Klopp has, which is the ability to send a message to any player, go and enjoy your football. He has the aura like Sir Alex Ferguson has. Yeah, it's true. He's just... When I look at Pep and Klopp, I would run for a brick wall for Jurgen Klopp. I'd run for a brick wall for him. With Pep Guardiola, I can bet you love Pep Guardiola as your manager. Don't get me wrong. I bet you absolutely adore him and love him and run for a brick wall for him as well. But I bet he gets a bit annoying. I bet if you're a player, you can get a bit annoyed by Pep because it might be a bit too intense, like really, really intense. And it's like, yeah, this is getting a bit much now. But with Jurgen Klopp, you're like, he's probably laid back. Probably has a beer with you after game or something like that and just chills out, plays a bit of table tennis with you and stuff. You know what I mean? The last thing, I know Klopp doesn't like talking about football after games, does he? And when Jurgen Klopp goes home, he's already said when he goes home, he doesn't talk about football. He just does normal daily life stuff. But Pep Guardiola goes home and thinks about football, thinks about his tactics the next game. Now, he must have his wife's head in. He's a nutter. Alisson's a better keeper. Fact, Alisson's the best. 2-0 for me, but it won't be that straightforward. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Jane, did you see they're getting tired as well? Look at De Bruyne. Yeah, I mean, De Bruyne is the best for me. I absolutely love that player. What a player he is, but he is starting to look tired because they're using him so much. The media is biased for City. Oh, yeah, totally. All the time. Jamie, when you're done here, check Insta. I'll send you the link for thumbnails. I use it all the time as dope templates and free of charge. Cheers, Nate Savage. Appreciate that, my friend. Not for City, Gary. It's just anti-Liverpool. yeah. That is true. That is true. It is completely and utterly anti-Liverpool. You see it all the time. You see it all the time. So guys, that is my predictions finished with. Thanks to everyone coming in. I really do appreciate it. 27 likes. Lovely, guys. Brilliant on the likes. Thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. Always, guys. So guys, I am back tonight at 7:45 with the watch along, guys. So make sure you're all coming in tonight for the Liverpool Villarreal watch along. It's going to be a party, guys. It should be a good one. So everyone, make sure you're with me tonight at 7:45 p.m. And then straight after the game, about 10 o'clock tonight, Savage will probably be there. A lot of other people are there, usually come in. We have got the post-match call-in show. So if you've never been to seen it, guys, so for all the new subscribers, so after every Liverpool game, so straight after the watch along, we finish that video and I open up a new video and it's called the post-match call-in show. So what I do, I leave a link in the chat. You press the link and you can come into me, guys, into the show and have a conversation about the game. Open forum, as long as you're polite. As long as you're polite and no silliness, and you can say what you like about the game. Open forum. Give me your man of the matches, where the game was won or lost or drawn. You know, what you thought of the manager's tactics. All this sort of stuff. We go through it. We analyse the match after with all my guests. So, guys, make sure you come on that show after. That'll be around 10 o'clock tonight, straight after the Liverpool game. So, 2 more videos tonight. So you get 3 videos of me today. How lucky are you guys? So, 7:45, everyone back here, 7:45 p.m. tonight. Have your dinner early, get your beers in, get the snacks in. Join me at 7:45 for the watch along for Liverpool versus Villarreal. And then straight after that at 10 p.m, go and refill your beer glasses and come into the post-match calling show, guys. Be beautiful. I can't wait to talk to every single one of you guys. I look forward to it. Big up, lad. Chat. You never walk alone. Brilliant show, mate. 5-0 Reds. Bring that smoke. Or as what is it? Savages say, we the ones. Great show, geezer. 1-0, 10-0, Joe. Just Gary's going for it. See you later, boss. See you later, Jice. Guys, see you at 7:45 p.m. tonight. Peace out, every single one of you. Love to every single one of you as well. See you tonight at 7:45 p.m.